Pocket Party.
Previously on the Pocket Party podcast, Darren started a party in your ear holes.
Oh yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Time to get that party started all up in your ear holes. Here we go. When you had a bad day and you want those bad vibes to go away.
When every day life gets harder, Darren,
Carter,
you need the party starter.
It's the Pocket Party Podcast.
With the
Pocket Party Podcast.
in your ear holes.
Pocket Party Podcast.
It's all in your ear holes.
Pocket Party Podcast. Or if your day needed a booster, then you need to talk to Red Rooster. Mr. Carter about to take you to school. Here we go. Don't hurt nobody and don't hurt yourself.
Is that a party in your pocket?
And we're back. Darren Carter, the party started with John DiResta on the Pocket Party Podcast.
Thank you.
That's right. Do me a favor, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. That way you never have to wonder, what podcast should I listen to? Boom. It'll be pushed out to you, and you'll know right when a brand new episode hits you. With the good Lord split you. You ever heard that phrase?
Yeah, don't let. There was a. I used to listen to a lot of sports radio.
Yeah.
And there was I think it was one of Jay Moore's shows. They used the tag. It was like a Russian or a Polish professional hockey player, and he said that the owner said to me, "Don't let the door hit you, where the good Lord split you." And they would play that all the time. So that's where I heard it from.
That's funny, man. Yeah. I remember, you ever heard this phrase? Like, you're going to get your walking papers.
Walking papers, and this one, I had a sergeant at the transit police because I always got in trouble.
Yeah.
So I got called into the room and sat down. It was, looking back, it was not smart stuff.
Yeah.
But I had one of the sergeants said he was born at night, but he wasn't born last night. And he thought he was really, he was crafty.
Mr. Creative.
Yeah.
I like when they hit you with one that you haven't heard or that sounds original.
I like them. I don't know what are they called, nomenclatures?
Something like that. Yeah. Or like
catchphrase? No.
Yeah, he was more nervous than how's that one? It was something.
Metaphor.
Yeah, Metaphor. There was like a southern one. He was more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Oh, wow, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like those kind of
like
the South. But,
that sounds painful.
Ew, it does. By the way, guys, if you like this podcast and you want to contribute and help out a little bit, there's a site I signed up to. It's called Buy Me a Coffee, and the link will be in the description. Buy Me a Coffee. It's on the YouTube description, the podcast description, and I want to thank everybody who listens and shares the episode, so thank you for that. And but yeah, I remember like I'd hear, especially when you're a kid, when you're young, you sometimes your brain can't handle these.
Yeah. Well, watch
you
this.
take it seriously though.
I used to ask a lot of questions, even when I was a cop. I would work with, I'd get partnered with someone that didn't know me and I didn't know him. And 8 hours in, they'd say, you ask a lot of questions.
Oh, they would say it to me too.
Yeah.
Because we're inquisitive.
And my dad too. So when I was a little kid, I asked my dad, "Do you think there'd ever be a driverless car?" And he laughed in my face.
Who's laughing now?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Who would ever think it would come to fruition?
Can you imagine that? Like, will there ever be a driverless car? And then people just shut you down left and right. No. Cut to the year 2025. Who's the
a-hole now?
Who's the
we don't
a-hole
want to say
now?
Right. Well, watch this. I don't know if I told you this. 25 years ago, I did a movie with Robert De Niro, and I'm just a schmuck from Long Island. And I've been telling people for 25 years, I'm in a movie with Robert De Niro, I'm not an extra, I'm in a movie with Robert De Niro. I hung out with Robert De Niro. We had jokes. We got along. And I was just in Boca Raton doing stand-up, and it was a good 200-300 people in the audience.
Yeah.
And I just mentioned I was in a movie with Robert De Niro, and a slow boo turned into everybody booing me.
Wow.
It was really funny. And I just put up my hands like a boxer and just crossed my face, and that got a laugh.
Like a vampire, like oh, hey, the sun is so bright. No, you're going to destroy me. I'm going to melt in the sunlight. No.
Yeah. I just put up my hands because it was an innocent, funny maneuver because, all I did was do
Yeah.
a movie with him. I'm not backing his politics.
Yeah, so before it was kind of like this movie star, cool. It's like I'm with, and now it's that's got to be weird. Yeah, you work with somebody and then they become like a lightning rod of like controversy.
Yeah, it's very unusual. If I
Yeah.
post a photo with De Niro arm in arm on Instagram, I get a lot of negative comments.
Yeah.
A lot.
Unless you post, you got to post it in certain websites. That
Well,
people are
I
like,
mean, if I just put it up there for, look at me, I'm in a movie with Robert De Niro, Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
little street cred, remind people I'm in show business. You dig?
yeah,
That I do other things
right.
other than the Pocket Party podcast.
That's right. Do you subscrib to the Pocket Party podcast?
Of course.
That's right.
I never miss an episode because I'm in every one of them.
You're like, I get it first. I'm on it now. I'm listening.
Get it fresh.
I get it
fresh. That's how you say fresh in North Hollywood. Fresh.
It's raining out there, man. They say it never rains in Southern California. I just got back from Reno, 4 great nights. You were in Florida.
I did 4 shows in Boca Raton, Florida. And the opening joke, I think I told you, I grew up in Long Island, and in kindergarten, they asked us all where our grandparents lived.
Yeah.
And 27 Jewish kids all said Boca Raton, Boca Raton, Boca Raton. So I thought that the actual word Boca Raton meant Shangri-La or paradise.
Yeah.
For 55 years. And I Googled it. You know what it means, right? Mouth of the rat.
Yeah.
So that was my opening joke.
Boca
Has my
Raton.
whole life been a lie? Yeah. And there's a lot of old people.
Yeah.
A lot. Leslie and I went to an early bird special. They asked me how old I was. I said 61. They sat me at the kids' table. Come on. Come on. And you know another weird thing about Boca Raton?
Yeah.
You would I said to her, let's go garage selling.
Yeah.
She goes, there are no garage sales.
Really?
I go, how can there be no garage sales?
Estate sales.
No, neither. Everything
Wow.
is a complex. There's no such thing as individual houses.
Wow.
None. No, you can make a right, a left, a right. You think you're going to just see a block of houses?
Yeah.
All you see is Boca Village. Boca,
Oh.
all of them have a gate, and inside the gate, that's just a rule, no garage sales. They don't want strangers coming in. They just don't exist.
Wow. Do the people when you're walking around or you're looking at the people, do they all have like really like fancy gaudy sunglasses and bright colors?
Well, what I noticed more was my girlfriend Leslie has white hair, silver hair, sterling silver hair, and we were at Publix, food shopping.
Yeah, that's the
right. You get these 5 things, I'll get these 5 things. And what did I do to look for her? I just went to the top of each aisle and looked for someone that had gray hair.
Yeah.
But guess what happened? Every aisle had 19 people with gray hair. Oh. Every aisle. It was really funny. It's like a Larry David thing. Everybody had gray hair. Everybody.
It's funny that I had that observation. I was thinking about this, like when I was young. Like when we're young, everyone has pretty much a unique look, right? Like
right.
I was a kid, I had like bright red hair, so people could always find me in a crowd, like
right.
all the time. I'm like, and I could be. I never got lost really. Like if people were looking for me, I'm like, there he is, Darren. Like the fire engine red. I remember the first time I saw my own hair like in a reflection that wasn't inside, because usually you're inside, you see yourself in the mirror. But when it was like natural lighting with the sun, I remember we had this tinted window at the front of our house, and I saw my own reflection in the sunlight, and I was like, wow, my hair is bright. Like I finally got it, like how people, like how much I really stood out, especially in Fresno, California at that time, because, a lot of Latinos, and,
right.
it was probably like,
it was unique.
60% Latino, and then there's this
Carrot
white guy.
top.
And yeah, really. But, however, now that, you get older, you get in your 50s. I was thinking about this. I have 2 or 3 friends. We've all like shaved our heads, different skin colors. One friend, he's half black, half white, and the friend, he's Latino. And I thought, we all kind of look like each other. Like, how people say I could look like Pitbull or Bruce Willis
right.
or Jeff Bezos.
Right.
Same thing with my friends. And I told my wife, I go, when you guys are in your teens and your 20s, I go, you're so choosy, so picky when it comes to guys. Why? I go, at the end of the
day, we all look alike.
We're all going to look alike. And then
that's funny.
You know what she said? She goes, what are you talking about? I wasn't picky.
Oh, her. She was looking for a $10 copayment.
Yeah.
You know what my dad said about Fran? I was married to Fran for 33 years. My dad said she had a wedding dress with a ripcord. Or the other joke in New York was she on the first date.
Yeah.
She had a wedding dress under her other clothes.
Wow.
That's another old joke in New York.
Is that about them getting big?
No, it's about them wanting to get married so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, they and then on a different note.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who Claudia Sherman is?
No.
She was a comedian in New York that came out in a wedding dress and holding a butcher knife. And her opening joke was, "This dress cost me $2,000. You think I'm going to wear it once?" It was really funny. And I don't know what the butcher knife had to do with it, but I had to follow her once, and I was a headliner, and I couldn't follow her.
Wow.
She was that funny.
I remember hearing some joke like, "How do you you fill in the blank with whatever ethnicity?" But I think it was one of the Latin ones, and it was like something about like, how do they? Why are they so fat? Like, what makes them fat? Or some joke like that. And then the punchline was wedding cake. What gets them fat?
Oh, because they eat so much.
Something about wedding. No, just the
fact
fact
they marry so much.
No, because you're skinny, and then the day they get married, boom, that's when they blow up.
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
but you could fill it in for whatever ethnicity, you know. But.
I said I do. She said I won't. You heard that one?
No. What's that one?
That's about sex. When I said I do.
Oh yeah.
She said I won't.
Oh, it's
about
funny.
not having sex anymore.
I remember I heard a comedian say something like, he goes, the guy was like, "I do," and then she goes, "I do. Stop sucking," you know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So you were married how long? 30?
I was married 33 years.
Wow, that's interesting. Like, so you're, sadly, your wife.
My wife passed about 4 years ago in a few weeks.
Yeah, and now you're, you're kind of, you're.
I'm a player.
You're a player, yeah. You're
and I'm handsome.
It's funny. Somebody, I think you said like a customer or somebody like was looking at some of your old photos from when you were in the movies.
Yeah, just recently I had a customer on Facebook that I never met.
Yeah,
and I just give my name, hey John DiResta, and people do look you up right away.
Yeah.
And she got right back, and she was like, "Boy, you're really handsome compared to the way you used to look." And this is someone I never met.
That's kind of cool, isn't it? Like to know that you've gotten more handsome over the years.
Yeah.
Like you didn't. I think that happens to some people, and you're one of the lucky ones.
I am.
Right? I mean, seriously, like some people.
I've eaten a lot of shit sandwiches when it comes to being fat.
Yeah.
Double chins. I had more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Did you know you were a little overweight back in the day? Or you did know. You did.
Yeah. I mean, watch this. But anytime you have to make a plan to put shoes on, you know what I mean? Like you got to breathe, right? Yeah, you got to breathe. You got to take deep breaths, and then you bend over on an exhale, and you no longer tie shoes. Everything's a slip-on. You tie them once, and then you put crazy glue on the bow.
Oh my gosh, people must love the Crocs.
Dude, you put crazy glue on the bow.
That's fun. They didn't have Crocs back in your day, right?
I don't know. They're not Crocs. I was the original slip-on, slip-off guy.
But you're heaviest, though. I don't think Crocs were out yet.
255.
Wow, but Crocs weren't around back then.
No.
Because now I see people just slip on the Crocs.
No, dude, I definitely knew I was fat. I mean, it's a weird state because you're fat, and you try, I don't know if you know, I did Slim Fast, I did Nutrisystem, I did Weight Watchers. Jenny Craig, I banged her. I was going to say, yeah. I did all those.
Did you ever, a buddy of mine said he takes his Ozempic, but he crushes it up and puts it in his milkshake.
No, I can do it for you right now, but I got to stick it into my body. You don't want to watch that.
Ozempic?
Yeah, I have a shot.
No, that was his joke. His joke was
I get it.
Yeah, he sprinkles some, sugar
Well,
on it.
You want to hear a funny joke about being fat? Me and my brother Jimmy had a Fix-It show called Hammered with John and Jimmy DiResta, and we got on the Orlando Jones show as guests. Remember Orlando Jones?
Yeah.
He had a TV show on UPN, I think, or Fox. And me and Jimmy were guests, and Orlando Jones did a little joke about how Jimmy was skinny and I was a little fat. And whoever the band leader was or the DJ was a black guy.
Yeah.
He goes, "John's on a new diet. Slim, slow." It was really funny the way he did it.
That is funny.
Yeah.
But then you were like, damn, I guess I'm the punchline. I'm the Laurel and Hardy of this operation.
Yeah. And then another time, I was in a movie or two, so I thought I was all that in a bag of chips.
Oh, yeah.
I went from California to the Boston Comedy Club, owned by Barry Katz, and a lot of the big comedians would be on. And if you had to walk to the bathroom, you had to walk right in front of the stage, right? So whoever walked past the stage, you almost had to make a comment. It was like part of this comedy club. And I was there from California. I'm in this movie, that movie. I had the sitcom, and I walked past Tony Woods, black guy. Do you know him?
Yeah.
And he speaks really slow.
It's like a Dave Chappelle, like they're buddies.
But he speaks really slow.
Yeah.
And I walk past, and he's in the middle of talking, and he stops and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity in the house." And in my mind, I went, "That's right, motherfucker." He goes, "Fred Flintstone." And everybody laughed. Everybody laughed.
That's funny. But at least it wasn't a fat joke.
No. I mean, my dad threw me under the bus to De Niro, right? You know about that? In the movie 15 Minutes, I get shot, and I get shot, I roll over on my back, cut. There's 500 people watching from terraces, behind the yellow tape.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's a Robert De Niro movie in the streets of New York with guns and shootouts. And I get shot, I roll over, cut, I roll over, and I'm looking up at the sky of Manhattan and big buildings. And before I can even process anything, Robert De Niro leans over me on one side and my dad leans over on the other. And I'm looking up at my dad and Robert De Niro looking down at me. This all happened in 1 second. And before I can even process it, my dad goes, "Look how fucking fat he is. It's going to take him 12 maneuvers to get to his feet." And it did. I had to roll over, put one knee. Yeah. And there's a photo of that right after that happened.
Yeah.
And my face is as red as could be. I have no neck. Like, I look ill.
Yeah.
I look ill. And it was 105 degrees and humid.
Wow. By the way, you know what? There's a sweet song about a little fat kid that I think I told you about this on the last episode. Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. They have a song called Roly Poly.
Okay.
And in the song, he's like, "Roly Poly, daddy's little fatty." But he's like, he's going to grow up and be a man one day. But he talks about how he eats like 20 biscuits with jelly on them.
Oh, yeah. No, I never heard it.
And it's so sweet. But yeah, it's sweet when they're little, but not when they're,
the album that was very famous. It was the biggest selling album ever. Hello, Mother.
Yeah.
Hello, Father.
Yeah. Here
So
I am
I don't know if you know the whole story
Granada.
about that. That was all done in one night with a bunch of like extra people were there singing along. And Alan Sherman, I think was his name. And he looked like Stephen Allen Greer, if you ever saw what he looked like.
Yeah.
And I want to do an album like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So one of the songs would be "My Diet Will Start Tomorrow. Bet your hoagie sandwich that tomorrow won't be fun. Just thinking about tomorrow. I scoff down hot wings with no sorrow. Till there's none." You get it? My diet will start tomorrow.
Yeah. When are you going to start that diet? Tomorrow.
Yeah. I was a mañana dieter. That meant, tomorrow I'll start. Tomorrow I'll start.
Mañana.
Yeah.
Dude,
and watch this. As a New York City cop, it's A, you get free food. B, you work horrible hours. You eat off a turnstile in the subway. You don't eat right. And you get free food. And then it's a badge of honor to gain weight. In the NYPD, to become a fat...
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I gained 50 pounds in the first year. I gained so much weight that I got pulled over and gave a state trooper, a highway cop, my police ID.
Yeah.
And he looked at me, he looked at the ID, he looked at me. I just go, "I gained 50 pounds. And he goes, "Have a nice night."
He's like, the buffet's that way.
No, he just knew it was me. I just looked fatter in real life.
It's funny you say that about the eating. I just came back from the Silver Legacy Casino Laugh Factory in Reno. And I'm going to tell the audience this. When you check in as a performer, what they do is they give you these meal vouchers. And it's pretty cool, man. It's like a checkbook. They give you like a $20, and they give you a big old booklet of it. So you got like 3 a day. So it's like $60 worth of food.
Yeah, right. I know. I was there only 6 months ago.
No, I'm telling the audience.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah, you get it. And it's like, it's fun, right? It's like, all right. Then they have all the restaurants you can go to and that you could cash them in. And there's a place there called, I forget, whatever the diner is. The main diner. It's like, I love that place. They have, you know, anything you want, breakfast, hamburgers, like tacos. And then after, I think 4 p.m., it's like Asian dynasty, Asian cuisine.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I went there too.
So it's cool. So, but here's what's annoying: sometimes the thing, it'll come up to like, it'll be like over $3. It'll be like $23, or it'll be like $28. You're like, damn it! So then you start throwing down 2 of the coupons, or you know, sometimes you'll pay out of your own pocket, but you're like, why can't it be under 20? So you're just like, bam, bam, bam. But So then what happens is the things start stacking up, right? So me and the other comedian, Ari Azizian, we're like, oh man, let's do a smorgasbord. So we did a smorgasbord on one of the nights, meaning, you know, we're like, let's get a mixture. I'll get the Vietnamese soup, then I'll get a pizza, then you get like a cheeseburger, and then we'll get some chicken strips. And oh, look, it only adds up to $41. Okay, let's keep going. And then, so you get all this food, and it's really cool. And then on the last night, we're like, dude, I still got my coupons. Me too.
Right.
So I go, because I only ate one meal that day. And I go, we're going to eat after the show. We'll have a big send off. Dude, we go there. The place is closed.
Oh.
Yeah. They closed it for 2 weeks.
What a bummer.
So we're like, well, no, what do we? So then we ended up going to this other place that accepted it. But you didn't get what you wanted. But there's something about like, you know, like one,
that's part of the fun.
It's kind of fun, right? Like,
well, you know what Jimmy Schubert said.
What do you say?
Being a comedian is the only job on earth where you could live like a millionaire on $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I did? I had so much time to kill at the Borgata. I would go to the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Now, you got to think, Atlantic City is tough people. And the homeless people are tough. And I would go down to the hotel basement, to the cafeteria, and steal food and bring it up to the homeless people on the boardwalk, and hang out with them all day. It was fun. But I was filling my briefcase with hot dogs once. And somebody was giving me the eye, you know what I mean? They didn't turn me in, though.
Yeah. You're like, I'm doing it for the homeless.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I hate to be a skank, but I'm a schnurrer. I'm a Class A schnurrer.
Yeah.
You know, in Vegas, when people roll their cart into the hallway, I lift the lid. I want to see what's under the lid.
You're like,
and every now and then you get lucky.
Really?
You cut around the bite. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Gross.
You cut around the bite.
Let me ask you if you have any fat guy habits still, or did you at your height of being a fat guy? Did you eat a pizza plain, or did you?
Oh no, that's funny. Watch this. Yeah. I wasn't a gavone. You know what a gavone is?
No, tell us.
That just eats like a maniac.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got fat. I wasn't like, I wouldn't eat a whole pizza. You know what I mean? No,
Damn, I have.
No. I watch this.
Yeah.
Joe Badalamenti once, a fellow cop, said to me, he was really funny because you're telling me when you go to a bagel place, you eat one bagel? And I had never in my life thought of buying 2 bagels.
Really?
I just eat one bagel with cream cheese. That's about. Same with pizza. I could eat 2 or 3 slices.
Damn, see, that's crazy because I got to be careful because I think I have fat guy tendencies because I do love I've eaten a whole pizza, you know?
I mean, I probably have,
I don't know how big
not
the pizza
a lot.
was, but
and the reason I laughed was, for me, just cheese pizza is fine. If it has mushrooms on it, I'll eat it. If it has garlic on it, I'll eat it. If it has peppers on it, I'll eat it. Even pineapple, which I thought was a sin.
Yeah.
But for me, just a plain cheese pizza does the job.
I don't even like cheese pizza. To me, it's not enough. I'm like,
really?
I want the meat lovers. I want the combo pizza.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Or I like sausage, olives.
You want to hear a funny
onions.
thing about pizza?
Yeah.
I was in Florida just a couple of weeks ago, and Leslie and I are kind of new. She's a new girlfriend, and I really love her a lot. And we kind of got, we had a couple of drinks. We might have, smoked a J or 2. And we got a pizza on the way home. Well, on the way home from the show. I had killed. I did 30 minutes in front of 300 people. She was there as my date. It was a night. It was a date.
Yeah.
And she said, do you want to stop at Stallone's? It's a restaurant owned by Stallone's cousin or something. And they were closing up, and they said, we'll make you a pizza to go. You got to take it to go.
Yeah.
And we were eating in her kitchen, and she was eating a slice, and it got down to the crust, and she ate the crust. And I said to her, Had you put that crust back in the box,
Yeah.
I would have thought way different of you as a woman or as a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And we had a laugh because I think my son doesn't eat the crust. You know what I mean? But I just, if she didn't eat the crust, I would have just felt less of her.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because I usually don't eat the crust. Every now and then I will eat the crust, but
No,
I usually
it's a must.
I'll eat this whole. You'll see like the pizza and then nothing but crust in the back because I'm like I don't need that extra bread. But
No, I do.
Sometimes it's delicious.
I do. And
though.
then watch this. I don't know if you know, about 10, 12 years ago, Bill de Blasio became the mayor of New York, and he was seen eating a triangular piece of New York pizza with a knife and fork.
I remember that.
And that was it. It was
I know.
over.
I know.
It was over. You remember what I told Jay Leno on TV on The Tonight Show on the couch?
Tell us.
About pineapple on a pizza. Jay Leno said, so what do you think of pineapple on a pizza? And I only lived in L.A. 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I said, Jay, you got to be kidding me. I think I might not even have known about it. I said, there's certain parts of Brooklyn where if you ordered pineapple on your pizza, they would take you in an alleyway and hit you in the head with a pipe. And that was it. I was like almost telling them the truth. It was really funny.
Dude, there's a place in Burbank that not only do they put pineapple on it,
Uh-oh, don't tell me.
they'll add a couple of cherries.
No.
Yeah, and it's really good.
Oh.
It's so
My
good.
son gets pineapple and ham.
Wow, that's good. And you know what? There's one up in Fresno where we go, and it's pineapple and linguiça.
What's linguiça?
It's like a Portuguese sausage. It's really good.
Oh, well, guess what? I don't know if you know, the guys right next to me at the shop now started to feed me.
Yeah.
The wife knows that I'm single. So about twice a week.
Now you're the homeless guy they bring hot dogs to.
Yeah. About twice or three times a week,
Yeah.
I get a home-cooked meal. Like this morning, I had 2 tamales that his wife made for me.
Oh, that's
And they were great. So about a week ago...
Red sauce or green sauce?
I don't think it had any sauce on it.
But it was so good.
Yeah, but it was good.
What kind of tamales? Chicken?
I don't even know. I think it was pork. I don't know.
It was good, though.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know, a tamale sales is opening up in my shop on the property.
Oh, cool.
A tamale lady that's going to make them on the property.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. What was I getting at? Oh, so I ate a dish last week. I put it in the microwave, and I had chicken in it and had these really good green string beans. And I was like, wow, these are the tastiest string beans I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
You know, like home-cooked, homegrown string beans. And the next day he goes, that wasn't string beans, Doug. That was cactus.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you ever eat cactus?
Not intentionally.
Yeah. It was good.
But it was good.
Yeah. And I ate reindeer sausage, too.
I had that in Alaska.
Okay,
yeah. So when it comes to like pizza, you don't need to dip it in ranch dressing.
No.
So I don't understand how you gain so much weight if you, man.
Well, watch this. I think it back then.
Yeah.
I ate a lot, not in one sitting like
Yeah.
a Gavone.
Oh, I see.
It was, I used to do the late night snack all the time, which I don't do anymore. Yeah, it was free food as a cop.
Yeah.
And then when you get on a movie set, you got to remember I worked. I had a lot of good acting gigs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you get treated like a star. You know what I mean?
The
They'll
craft
bring the
service
food
table
to your
and-
trailer.
Yeah.
Mr. DiResta, are you hungry?
When you were at your heaviest, and you could have any kind of breakfast, what would you eat?
If I was on the road as a comedian and
Yeah,
it
and
was
you
a
didn't-
free breakfast,
Yeah.
like
a real not a hotel breakfast. We're talking the club owner, somebody is like, I got you, whatever you want, man. Don't worry, I got the whole thing.
You know what I like for breakfast?
If you were
I
hungry.
like Sunny Side Up eggs.
Yeah.
And there's a very good song by Faith No More called Sunny Side Up. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's a heavy metal band.
Maybe, yeah. So you'd have.
I like Sunny Side Up. I like whole wheat toast, and I like corned beef hash. My dad always ate corned beef hash. Do you like corned beef hash?
I could pass. Not really.
And I like.
I would eat it. Though.
I like potatoes in the morning, hash
Yeah.
browns, and I like pancakes. I do a really cheesy gig every Friday and Saturday. If I don't have a paid show, I go to the NoHo Diner. There's a comedy night.
Yeah.
And I love pancakes. And the last time I got pancakes, this is very recent, they didn't taste right. And I said to her, I hate to ask you, is this real butter? And the waitress just shook her head right, left, like we're being cheap.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, how could you eat pancakes with a... It's not even... I don't even think it was margarine. It was like, it tasted like car oil.
I went to Cracker Barrel in Arizona, and I love the Cracker Barrel pancakes. That's my favorite thing to get on the menu. And wherever I would go, like Tennessee, Texas, just anywhere, like the Missouri, like it just has like that. I know it's a chain, but it has
there's a consistency.
It has that whole Southern vibe to it, man. I love the atmosphere, the store. I love the whole thing, the little triangle puzzle. I love Cracker Barrel. The music, I love the music. I love everything about Cracker Barrel. But I remember when I went to Arizona, I couldn't believe it. I was eating this pancake, and it was delicious, but it wasn't like, I gotta have it. And I remember I mentioned something to the Uber driver on the way back to the hotel. And she's like, I don't like Cracker Barrel anymore now that they don't go 100% maple syrup. I go, what are you talking about? And she goes, yeah, and it's 50% maple syrup, 50% high fructose corn syrup.
Oh.
And I was like, really? And the next time I went to Cracker Barrel, I looked at the little maple syrup jar and it says 50-50. And I was like, she's right. However, now I think they're back on to 100%.
And why would they do 50-50? To save the environment or to save money?
I'm assuming to save money. But now I think they're back to 100% because I went to a Cracker Barrel and it was good again. It was really good.
Do you like Cherry Garcia, Ben & Jerry's?
No.
Ben & Jerry's has a flavor called Cherry Garcia that has big chocolate chips in it. It's cherry ice cream with big chocolate chips. And they've since skimped on the chocolate chip size. I've noticed it. Wow. It makes me sad.
I know.
What are they, saving the environment?
I know, right? But it's funny you say that about the eating. Like I when I'm on the road, like I was up at even though I had the food, I brought apples with me, so I always have to make sure I have an apple, so I'm not like going too crazy. And then at the gym there, they had like a spa right next to the gym inside the hotel, and you could go in and get like an orange or an apple. So I like to kind of keep an eye on my diet with that way, so I'm not just like eating. But I could definitely see like, man, if you could just eat anything without any like repercussions, it's like, But I pass a lot on stuff too. Like the hash browns, I was like, give me a bowl of fruit instead.
Yeah, right.
I don't need to.
Well, even when I go to McDonald's for a breakfast thing and you get like the this and the hash brown, I never eat the hash brown. I don't even want it.
What's it's good? So I haven't been to McDonald's. I sat down in the McDonald's today, like at the airport, right? Because it was nice and I had my own space and I could charge my phone and edit my videos. And I wasn't really hungry because I ate the night before with the smorgasbord. But what do you get at McDonald's? What's your McDonald's go-to?
About once a week, maybe once every 10 days, I get one Big Mac and a Diet Coke. That's it. I don't even get the fries.
I love In-N-Out Burger. Do you think...
I never like waiting online, and the once a year that I do, to me, it doesn't set me on fire.
Wow.
I don't know why. To me, it's just like another fast food.
Oh, to me, it's the best burger ever.
I'm sure it's better than the other ones, but I always remember it not being the greatest thing ever. Well, this is the line I always use.
Yeah.
I had In-N-Out last week. It didn't get me pregnant. In other words, it just wasn't the greatest thing in the history of the world.
I think it's the best thing, especially if you pump it up to like a triple.
I'm not even good with all the...
it's so good. You got the double, then you can add 3. Then you can get a 4x4 with the 4 meats. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, McDonald's...
No, McDonald's is... when I was a kid, it was a treat. Now it's cat food.
I like that.
It's all cat food.
I like that. The colors of it. I like the vibe of it. It feels like home. Like
I like McDonald's on a whole.
Like if I'm in the middle of like nowhere, right? And you're like, you're on the road, and then you pull over. There's a McDonald's, and you go in there, and you're like, it's going to be consistent. Like,
and you know what I get?
I like the breakfast.
Once a month, I get a Whopper Junior or a Whopper. I like Burger King too.
I remember I was craving a Big Mac like 10 years ago, and I was like, man, I want to have that whole childhood memory, and it just really paled in comparison to what I remembered. I remember thinking like, oh, there's like too much bread. It's like the bun on top.
It's a bun in the middle.
The bun in the middle. The bun at the bottom.
They should call it a Bun Mac.
A Bun Mac, yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? And the patty wasn't that big, and I'm like, this. So I think the quarter.
And all that stuff's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I do like a falafel. About once a month, I get a falafel. Do you like falafels?
No, it's another thing. I always get tricked where I'm like, falafel, it sounds good, and it's just like like a deep fried thing of dough, but it's not.
It's a deep fried ball of chickpeas. It's ground. You know what a garbanzo bean is, or a chickpea?
Hummus.
Somehow, they grind it and they deep fry it. And if you're a vegan, it's the absolute 100% closest thing to like a meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah, falafels are really tasty.
See, to me, I don't like it. I could pass on the falafel. Like, I get tricked where I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that again.
You know what I like? I like a real New York or a Greek gyro.
Oh, yeah.
So at Tom's over here,
Yeah.
drive-through, they do have a gyro, but it's not the real thing. It's still a good gyro, and they call it a gyro.
I like a gyro. Right on. So you got Long Island coming up.
Yeah, this Friday and Saturday, I have one big show each night. Friday morning, I do WBAB Radio 102.3, the home of rock and roll on Long Island with JP and Roger in the morning. And I'm going to try and do a guest spot the Thursday night before.
Nice. Oh,
As of now, I don't know who's opening up for me.
Nice. And guys, I'll be coming to Clovis, California the day after Thanksgiving if you're in the Fresno area. And I'm also coming to Austin, Texas. I got Austin, Texas coming up. And next year I'll be in New Mexico at Albuquerque. And I got a lot more shows coming up. And the Brea Improv. And all my dates are listed. And by the way, I just signed. I got an email list going now. So
nice.
You guys click my link tree, and if you want to sign up for the email list, that way you'll know when I'm going to be coming to your town or your state or your country.
What about New Year's
even.
Eve?
New Year's Eve. I don't know yet. Where are you going to be?
No, as of now, nothing. But if I don't get anything, I'm going to fly to
Boca?
to Boca Raton.
Boca.
Yeah, and visit Leslie.
Nice. You excited to go back to New York?
Yeah. And I don't know if you know, my kids are coming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my 2 daughters, my son-in-law, and my
Grandkids?
grandson.
Wow.
Yeah. We're all going to stay at my mom's.
Nice.
Yeah. It should be fun.
Nice.
And we get White Castle while we're there. We get New York pizza.
Wow.
We get bagel. You know what a bagel is in L.A.? Bread with a hole in it.
What's it out there?
It's a bagel.
Oh, it's way better.
There's something about it. Yeah, no, bagels out here. I had a bagel today. It was pretty good. Western bagel.
I love Western
on
bagel.
Plummer.
That's the only place I go to.
On Plummer. It's the closest you're going to get.
Yeah, okay, Western. What did you get, the everything bagel?
Today I got a garlic bagel toasted with cream cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, I liked it. And a coffee. It was only $8.
I love it. I love when you can still get a good price, too.
Yeah.
You know.
That's hard to come by.
I got a coffee at the airport. How much do you think it was?
7. 10.
No, it was $8.10. It was $8.10.
I'm funny when I go to an airport. I'm so happy I'm not broke.
Yeah.
And I'm usually you're going somewhere that you want to go, or you're coming home from something that was fun.
Yep.
And you get there an hour early, and you get a seat, and you get a plug.
Yeah.
And you're right. I don't know if you know, I board every plane first. I'm the first guy on every plane.
Yeah.
Handicap. Yeah. I had a toe amputated. And if there's a pause, I go, can I pre-board? I had a toe amputated.
Let's do some role playing.
Okay, you got it. Hi, excuse me. I just have a quick question. I'm flying JetBlue.
Yes.
To JFK.
Yeah. You're in group 19. You're in the last group. It looks like.
Yeah. No, I'm looking if I could pre-board. I had a toe amputated in March. I can show you a photo.
Oh, it's okay. You're number one. Come on in. We're good. We're good. Yeah. I could pull my sock off and show you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Central be advised.
But you're funny when you're at the airport.
So I'm just saying. I'm and I get there early. From Fran of 33 years.
Dude, I get there so early. Like this morning, I get there 2 hours early.
Watch this. I could top it.
Yeah.
I get there so early sometimes I can't check in.
Oh.
Has that ever happened to you?
No,
We're not checking in for that yet.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten there early. I've gotten there so early that there's nobody working the counter.
Yeah, there you go. And then it's like, what was that movie with Ben Stiller where he just stood there all alone? Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. He went to the airport.
Everything opens at 4:30 and I'm there at 3:30 and I'm just like, come on, because I don't want to.
Well, you get, this used to happen. This was a phenomenon. When JetBlue started, every Monday morning at 6 a.m. was their first flight. So at 6 a.m., you took JetBlue from JFK to LAX, 6 a.m. Monday. But all the coffee shops and all the bagel shops opened in that area at like 5:40. So you had to make the decision whether you were going to board your plane or get a coffee and a bagel and then board the plane. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it turned like this 300 people into animals because they wanted their coffee and bagel before they hopped on the plane. it was this weird, like as soon as they lifted the metal gate, people were like on their stomachs, crawling under.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
like snipers.
for real.
Yeah, I usually don't drink coffee at the airport because I like to sleep on the plane. But on the layover, that's when I did because I had like a 2.5 hour layover.
Well, dude, I have a strange phenomenon that very few people can have to deal with. There'll be people watching a movie on the little screen that I'm in. Or I'll watch a movie that I'm in, and I have to tap a guy in the shoulder. I have to tell somebody.
Got it. Just in
I have to go, that's me.
Yeah.
And the last time the guy looked at the screen, looked at me, looked at the screen, and went right back to reading. He never even said anything. It's funny.
It's like, I mean, like imagine if you're a musician and you hear yourself on the radio. You got to just be like, hey, I'm on the radio. That's me. That's me. But,
Do you know what the most famous case of that is?
Tell us.
David Lee Roth's walking down a hallway in a hotel.
Halen.
Did you ever see this video?
Yeah, I did see that video.
Yeah, and Van Halen's playing in a room.
Yeah,
and he knocks on the door.
So let me set the story up. So there's some people partying in Las Vegas, and the security, they hear like, everybody wants some, I want some too. Panama, might as well jump. And you see like this video, like the security is with David Lee Roth because it's almost like, oh, there's a noise complaint. And then look, oh my God, they're actually listening to Van Halen in this room.
Yeah.
So they knock on the door. And David Lee Roth, how old is he now, do you think?
Oh, I'm 61. He's got to be 70, 75.
Yeah. So so let's just say in the video he's 70, but in the height of his fame back then, this is like 40 years ago. So he looks nothing like he looks back then. I love David Lee Roth, but so they open the door and they don't recognize it as David Lee Roth. He's like, hey guys, how are you? Isn't this trippy that I'm here and you're just playing my music? Come to think of it, I realized later it was probably just some random Pandora playlist or something, just different.
Right.
rock.
And watch this.
Yeah.
I think differently. When you said they didn't recognize him, I just think they didn't know who he was at all. They don't even know who Van Halen is.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was just some random list of songs that were popping on and,
Yeah, dude, it's scary. When I tell people I would miss Congeniality, they look at me like I have 3 heads. Like they don't even know what it is.
Yeah, they don't know the movie. They don't know the
time goes by
especially,
quick.
You know how like right now you're saying these names. I know them like Robert De Niro, Sandra Bullock. But there's going to be a time when you're going to mention I was in Gone with the Wind with Fred.
Yeah, I put that in my act.
Yeah,
I say I might as well say I was in Gone with the Wind, or a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Who?
It's a tough business.
I know.
I mean, watch this. 90% of comedians today don't know who Sam Kinison was.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a great time in Reno, man. Every show I challenge myself. It's not really a challenge. It's pretty easy to do. But I just said, I'm going to do new material. Every show, I'm going to throw in new stuff. If a path goes some way, I'm going to go that way with the path. Like I'm going to start off a certain way, get them going, and then I'm going to go left. I'm going to go right. If something's, I have no problem. I feel so confident.
Yeah,
like,
I hit a new level the last couple of weeks of just watch this, letting it flow, letting it flow, letting the premise flow, and then you're going to find a punchline.
Yeah,
because they're with you.
A guy told me something years ago, and if there's any comics listening, you probably have this in you too, because you've probably been. I remember driving a headliner to a gig like all week, like I was the opening act, and this is back in the early '90s, and he was giving me just nugget after
Barry
nugget
Sobel?
of a nugget of. It was like he went on to write for the Tonight Show. Cal Clark, shout out. I don't even know what he's doing now, but I remember he was a writer, and he booked like 5 TV shows in a row, like bam, bam, bam. Like he was. Anyways, he was just dropping like all this knowledge on me. But one thing he told me, he goes, Darren, what you have going for you, he goes, you were making people laugh long before you're a comedian. And he goes, so when you get on that stage, you don't have to be married to these jokes. He goes, if you have something, just talk it out and your back will be against the corner. You'll be back against the wall and you'll say something to get yourself out of it that will get a laugh. And that always stuck with me.
Wow. And you on that note, guess what Jerry Seinfeld says we are? We're the biggest problem solvers on earth. And our mind works 50 times faster on stage than it does any other human. Yeah. He said when the pandemic happened and comedians people had to stay home for a year, he said he knew comedians would be fine because they're problem solvers on a whole.
Yeah.
So, and then you know what? Who was the guy that everyone loved? He died of pancreatic cancer. Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks. Yeah.
You know what he said? A stand-up act is what you go to.
Yeah.
If it's not flowing. In other words, the flow should be paramount.
Yeah.
The now flow. And when I say now, what's happening now in that room? You know what I mean? And guess what the greatest advice... Was it you that told me about Elvis? Someone asked Elvis for advice.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is?
Tell us.
Play to the audience that's in front of you.
Yep. Yeah, that was quoted by David Allan Coe.
Oh, okay, that's yeah.
David Allan Coe. He goes, as Elvis
I love
said,
that guy.
I know, I love both of them, and it's like, and he's play to the audience in front of you. Another one that I heard, this is great. Minnie Pearl. She was huge on the Grand Ole Opry. Hee haw. She's a lady that had the price tag
with the ticket on the hat.
Yeah, the price tag on her hat.
Dude, I loved her.
She was backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, and she was so nervous. This is when she made her debut back in like the 40s. And the guy that ran the Grand Ole Opry, he told her, he goes, "Darling, love them with all your heart, and they'll love you right back."
Wow. Well, you know what? Tony Bennett was 19, and he was pacing the back room, and Sinatra said, "What's wrong?" And Tony Bennett goes, "What do you mean, what's wrong? There's 300 people out there. I'm nervous." And Sinatra said to him, "They paid to see you. They want you to win. They're on your side."
Yeah.
And Tony Bennett said that changed everything forever. And then on that same note, do you remember Kenny Bob Davis? Big fat guy, had a white beard, played the guitar.
I've heard of him, but
he was like a hillbilly.
Yeah.
He lived in the valley.
Yeah.
And he was opening up for Willie Nelson.
Oh, cool.
20,000 people at Live Aid. And he was a comedic guitar act.
Wow.
Had never been in front of more than 200 people. And he's pacing back and forth. And Willie Nelson says, "What's wrong?" And Kenny Bob goes, "What do you mean, what's wrong? There's 20,000 people out there. I got to go on next." And Willie Nelson said to him, "They can give two shits about you. They're here to see me. So you shouldn't give two shits about them."
He's right. Dude, why not go out and do new material every night? And here's what makes it really good is I film every show. So when you go to Long Island, do new stuff. Throw it in there. Have fun, and then film it. You know.
Yeah, and then when you listen back, you go, "Wait a minute! I said this. I said that."
Because you're so in the. Because you think you'll remember, and then you don't.
No, you don't.
You're
you
like,
don't. You don't. And ready for this? Someone told me 100 years ago, treat every show like a workout. So that's the way the new material is going to flow.
Yeah. Do you you know, it's funny. I had this story at my son's. Have you ever heard this question when people go, "If you could meet anybody, like living or dead, who would it be?"
Right.
And then people have an answer for it.
Right.
And my wife told me something on the phone, and I was like so proud of my son that the band played, and people would say like, you know, "Oh, I'd like to meet so and so," or you know, like whatever. And my son Austin asked the bass boss. He goes, when it was his turn, he said, "My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ."
Oh, wow.
I couldn't believe it. That's such a heavy, cool answer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like other kids might be, you know, your impulse might be like Superman or, you know, or.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, I wanted to tell that story on stage. I said, I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah.
Just a proud dad moment, you
right.
know? And so I started riffing with the crowd, like, "Hey, if you could meet anybody living or dead." And you know what? And back to the thing, I knew that whatever was going to come out, I can make it funny.
You can make it funny.
You know?
And dude, people want that conversation. They want the back and forth. They want that more than they want the shtick about airplane food.
So I asked the lady in the front row, "If you could meet anybody, who would it be?" And she goes, "My grandpa." And then I just kind of, you know, I had a moment of like, because, you know, it's like, "Okay, way to bring down the show." Or whatever. Then I go, "I'm just kidding. He's in the back. Let's bring him out." You know,
that's funny.
And then I went to the next person. "Who would you meet?" And it was a black guy, and he goes, "Michael Jackson." And I went, "Thank you." And they laughed. I don't know why they laughed. I just said, "Thank you." But I just said, "Thank you." They laughed. And then I went into, you know why I probably said it? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, great, now I can do my Michael Jackson impression. So then I just flowed, and I did the, "Thank you so much." And I did my Michael thing. And,
right.
And then I told a story about how I was on stage at the Laugh Factory in the 90s. And it was one of those nights where there's like a showcase where they have like 20 comedians and the audience is dwindling and the host is begging the audience to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, "Please don't go. We only got 7 more comedians. Don't go, guys. Please don't go." And then lo and behold, who came in? Rodney Dangerfield, comedy legend. And they go, "We have a special guest. Here he is." And they bring up Rodney Dangerfield. "Hey, okay, all right." And he does this thing. "Hey, I'll tell you, all right, I went to the proctologist. He stuck his finger in my mouth, all right? Last week was rough." And then he gets off stage, and that's when like the remaining, almost everybody leaves.
And you had to go up?
I did. They go, "Guys, we only have one last comedian." And I'm walking to the stage like a salmon going upstream, and there's maybe 14 people left. Excuse me. And then I thought to myself, how can I get these people to stay? And I said, I'm going to do my best bit, and it's going to kill, and that's the only thing I got. I can't do the other stuff. So I go, you guys ever, when you're in the shower, you start singing, and you're like, I feel like I'm that person. I sound like I'm that person. I am that person. This is me in the shower, Michael Jackson. And at that time there was a curtain, and I went behind the curtain, and I went, doom, doo, doo, doo. I can't really do it now, my impression, but I hold on, let me try. Hold me like Paul, I think I told you I'm a lover, not a fighter. After me, she said she couldn't love another. The girl is mine, all mine. Hee. Whatever, right?
Yeah, right.
I go, then I come out from behind the curtain. Everyone's gone. Like they did. Everybody left.
That's funny.
And I tell the crowd, I learned that night, if it's a long night, they've seen a lot of comedy, they want to go, do not hide behind a curtain, because people will just, and that just all came from free flowing. If you could meet anybody, who would it be? If you could meet I had no idea I was going to do that bit, John. I had no idea. And it just came out. That's why I'm saying that free flowing, man. It's like, it's a gift.
Well, what happened to me, I'll tell you a story. I lived in LA, and I got booked at Caroline's to headline 5 or 6 shows in New York City, in Times Square.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a lot of sets. You know what I mean? I was a little jacked up in my mind because I was a flat broke cop.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden I live in LA. I'm making money, and I'm doing 1 set a week at the Ha-Ha, not 7 nights a week, and taking notes and writing it down. And I get booked as a headliner at Caroline's. And Thursday night I had an okay set, but it just Friday and Saturday, 2 nights, I had an okay set, but I wasn't hitting on every, I was in my head. I wasn't hitting on every, and then Saturday night at 8:00, I was about 5 or 6 jokes in, and there was a whole table full of very attractive women dressed really nice. And I just, where are you ladies from? Do you all know each other? Yeah, we're all from Kentucky. Well, Kentucky? What are you doing in New York City? Well, we're on our Christmas vacation. We're all in a club. What club? We all own a horse. And I said, what's your horse's name?
Oh.
Champagne. That got a laugh. Yeah. What's your horse's name? Chrysalis. And that just weird little interaction.
Yeah.
And it got me out of my act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It got me out of my act. And then watch this. Years later, I realized that weekend, right before I drove, I was in Westwood for some reason, and I took like a car to the airport. And right before I got in that car, I bought a shirt, I bought pants, and I bought shoes that I wore for the very first time on stage, thinking they were going to look good.
Yeah.
And the tag in the shirt was bothering me.
Oh,
the seam in the pants were bothering me.
Yeah.
Dude, it was such a mistake.
Wow.
Where right now I wear the same clothes every single night. It's like a football uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I wear this, I wear this.
You know what I mean? I have 2 or 3 shirts and 1 pair of pants and the same shoes. But, and then the Sunday night show, I wore the clothes I was going to wear to the airport. They were more comfortable. I wore a flannel shirt and loose pants, and I had the best set of the week. Because I was like, back then I used to think Friday or Saturday, I have to be extra funny.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
That's all amateur thinking, right?
It is.
You ever look back?
It takes a long time to learn.
You ever look back now, you're like, or you ever have like superstitions, like I remember thinking like, every time I wear long sleeves on stage, I don't do as well. You know what I mean? I was like, and I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm doing certain jokes where I'm like, hey, I'm a redhead and I'm pale. And I'm like they can't really tell that I'm pale because these long sleeves are covering up my...
Unfortunately, we think of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. You start thinking...
You think of all this crazy stuff.
I remember like one time I was... I don't know, about 15 years ago, I was wearing like some dress shirts and I was wearing like a watch. And I thought, they think I'm too rich. That's why it's so stupid when you look back at it, but it's like, yeah.
No, I just came across some photos where I was on stage at Caroline's.
Yeah.
And dude, I had tight pants and the photos are from the side and my stomach is hanging down and I got big man tits and the stomach and the shirt is just too tight. You know what I mean? So I was husky.
Yeah, I don't like. They always say don't wear shorts on stage, and every rule that there is, or somebody breaking it, making doing just fine. But yeah, I'm like.
What was that guy's name? Charlie Vaccaro? The world according to Charlie. What was his name?
Charlie
Vaccaro or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He always had shorts on.
And then he switched it up, though. I remember he used to wear a beanie and a shorts. And then out of nowhere, he's like, all right, this is what Hollywood wants. Okay, I'll do it. And he started wearing a suit and telling one-liners, and that's when he actually started getting more stuff.
Oh, he did? So
he did. He goes, you got to dress for the part that you want. He goes, he's stupid. They're so unoriginal as Hollywood. He was really he's very funny, but he had a kind of a bitter way about him. I remember I did an audition once. We were both at Warner Brothers.
Right.
And I think he was smoking, or at least I'm picturing him smoking, waiting to go into the meeting. Was he really smoking? I don't know. But anyways, he was just looking at just being all negative, like early in the morning at 10 a.m., he's just like, it's like the devil's breath out here, just look at this dirty sky,
Oh, God.
Yeah, but he had a way of working,
I was on an audition once on the Fox lot, and, I thought I'd been around the block, and you could tell all these actors are all new, and we're waiting to go in, and I guess I was being vocal, and a girl looks up and just goes, "We get it. You're the bitter old actor.
Yeah,
we get it."
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be that guy.
It is, Barry Katz said you got to be a good hang.
Yeah. He's right about being a good hang. He's a big time manager, Barry Katz. You got to be a good hang. Going back to being in the moment, I think also that works as if you listen to something that had happened earlier that night and you do a call back to it or whatever, the audiences love it because it's you're real, you're in the moment. It's the Sunday show, this old Italian guy was in the front row and he raised his hand. Apparently he's done this about 6 or 7 times. And he goes, I gotta say something. And the comedian goes, yeah. And he goes, and he said something, it was basically a street joke, but he goes, my wife is like Italian tile. How's that? Something like, you lay it once and you walk all over it for 48 years or whatever. It's some joke. I don't know what it was. It was something like that. So then when I went up there, I talked about how hard it is. I go, you guys, it's a Sunday night. It's great to be here. I go, to be a good comedian, and these guys are all good comedians, you have to come up with something original. You have to work, and you got to climb your way to the top. And here we are, the Silver Legacy, and you have to find an original idea to talk about. Having said all that, my wife is like Italian tile.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny.
And I did the misdirection. They were, But then to be loose, I looked at the guy and he's like, I gave him a high five. And then of course, as soon as I give him, he goes, I got another one.
Oh, no.
And I go, what do you got? And I go, come up here. And then he's like, okay, so my name's Joe. Her name's Josephine. And I'm going like this with the mic, handing it to him. And then he kind of puts his hand on it, and I thought, you know what? I actually can trust this guy. And I just let go of the mic.
Oh, wow.
And I let him talk for a minute.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you got to think about that.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
But you trusted it.
Yeah, I trusted him because he looked like an old, he probably hung with the Rack Pad or something, or was a fan of theirs at least. At the end of my, and then at the end, he goes like this. He goes, I saw him whisper to the lady next to him, something, and I'm sure this is what it was, because then the lady, she goes, as I was wrapping up, she goes, hey Darren. She goes, ask Joe how he met his wife. And they already gave me the light. It was time to wrap up. And casinos, when they say do 40 minutes, they mean 40 minutes. Okay. So I'm so I looked at the clock, and it was there was maybe 10 seconds left.
Oh, geez.
And so I go, you know what? I don't have time for that now, but Ari's going to ask him all about it. You guys are awesome. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, you don't want to be on you.
So then Ari goes up, and look, there's a picture of it. So then I go, Ari, ask him how he met his wife. And then he went up on stage, and he did 5 minutes, but it was pretty cool. He was just basically saying how he sang, back in the 50s, and he was on stage and he looked out and
Oh, wow, that's nice.
in the theater, and there was this lady, and the lights were so bright. He goes, back then we didn't have spotlights, we had footlights, and it was cool because the guy was a character. Like how you're Italian, you're from New York.
Right.
This guy was really Italian, like the whole.
Right.
Not that you're really, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
he's like, hey, the fagoo, and I'm on stage, and they had the footlights, and I look out, and I held my hand over my eyes, and I look out, and there was a face of an angel, and it was my future wife, Josephine. And I'm looking at her face, and the crowd's like, oh.
Yeah.
And he basically saying that, the reason she stood out because she was the only one left watching me sing.
Oh, that's funny.
And
that's a funny joke.
Yeah, and then she was like, and then at the end of the song, she's like, basically her dress was stuck inside the chair. And then,
Oh, that's the only reason she didn't leave.
yeah.
That's funny.
Right,
That's
he was funny. And then he goes out there and he goes, and I helped her, and he's like telling some story about how he's tugging and pulling and trying to get the dress out, and but it was like a cute story. But what I'm saying is, like, if this was, if you're early in your comedy, you just want to do your set, get out of there. Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
but
right.
as you get more loose, you have these real authentic moments with the audience and with each other. Like, we're all going to remember that night. Like
100%.
The people in the audience, the comedians, Joe. He was really nice to talk to afterwards. Like, it's fun. It's funny. I rememred his name and his wife's name.
Yeah, you remember forever.
You're right. Anyways, you guys, thank you for listening to the Pocket Party podcast. I hope you had a great day today as you're listening on your commute or at the gym or even in bed. Maybe you sleep to this podcast. And,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And if you guys are ever in California, if you're ever in the LA area and you want some furniture, or if you just want to come by and
Say hello.
Say hello to John DiResta. Apparently they're going to have tamales at his shop now.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
And he lives on, and his shop is on one of those streets that you do not have to pay for parking. So whatever you're doing, if you're going to Disneyland or you're checking out something, you could always pop in and say hi to him for.
Just real quick, today at the shop, it's interesting who I meet. Today, I met a guy that never met me before.
Yeah.
He needs a tabletop. And I told him I was
What's a tabletop?
Just a big slab of wood.
Oh.
That he's going to put on a base that he owns.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but thick. You know what I mean? So it's $500-$600 deal.
Yeah.
Paid me already. Never met him before. And he was a retired LAFD. And I told him I love firemen. I was raised by New York City firemen. And it winds up, him and his buddies would travel to New York City about every other year after 9/11. And they stay at a firehouse. The New York City firemen, they don't even stay at a hotel.
Wow.
They stay with the New York City firemen. They treat them to food, drinks, alcohol. They take them out. They pay for everything. And we got along really well, and he paid me $500. And an hour later, I sold a bench. I made a bench 2 days ago that's gotten the most attention ever. I had 24 inquiries in 12 hours for one bench. It's just something about it everyone liked.
Can you duplicate this?
I could. It was just an old original piece of wood. I could replicate it, but not exact. And the guy that bought that was a sitcom writer in Hollywood. So it's just two separate, completely people that I met today that are now friends for life.
Wow.
Yeah. And one gave me $500 and one gave me $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
As a sitcom writer, did you guys talk about the state of the show business these days?
Not
'Cause
really.
You don't really
but,
see
but
sitcoms anymore.
I'll tell you an interesting story. My sitcom, DiResta, the pilot was made. It was supposed to go to Channel 7 ABC in the fall of 1998. I would have been rich and famous because it would have been on a real network.
Would you still be doing this podcast?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But at the last minute, they picked up a Dan Aykroyd plays a priest sitcom. And I got bumped. So UPN picked up my sitcom. So a guy shows up to my shop today, and I go, what do you do for a living? He goes, I'm a writer. And he was young. I go, anything I ever heard of? He goes, I worked on some show in 98 with Dan Aykroyd where he's a priest.
Wow.
I go, dude, that show changed my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd never met anyone that even heard of that show.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny, a little incident. And you know what he said? I said, my sitcom became the lowest rated sitcom. I was in the toilet. And it was weird. He mumbled under his breath, it was probably for the better. Like, in other words, somehow your life, had you become rich and famous, you might be dead of a drug overdose,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So,
You said something about this tabletop and some wood. There's one question I forgot to ask you last time, and I was talking to. I did a podcast. It was really fun. I know you did it too. You should do it again. It's
Danny LaBelle.
Danny LaBelle.
Yeah, I like
and Mark
those guys.
Schiff.
Oh, I had a fun
we
time.
think it's fun. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Anyways, Danny was saying something. If I remember this correctly, like when people get buried in Israel, they don't get buried at like in caskets. They wrap the body, or they ship the
Like
body.
a tamale.
Yeah, they ship the body like in a pine box, or like the cheapest form of wood or whatever. Apparently, from what I remember, and then they take them out of that, and then they wrap them like you said, a tamale or whatever, and put them in the earth. But he said they have all this leftover wood, and he said a friend of his
Makes furniture out of the old caskets.
no. Yeah. Let me just cut to the chase. Yeah, his friend does something with the wood. I forget whatever it is. Blah, 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 blah. But that made me think. I thought he was going to say that, and I thought, I wonder if. So that's my question. Because you'll be like, this is from an old barn door. This is from a train trestle. How would you feel about if you had access to old caskets that were used? They were like used caskets.
Oh no, I would definitely use. Would I need those big flat pieces to make tabletops?
But
if I could get that out of an old pine box.
Yeah. And knowing, like, would you tell the people, like,
I think I would. I think it's an interesting story.
Hey, your kitchen,
I would feel it out. I would feel it out.
Yeah, if it's spooky or haunted. Because some people might, I don't know, it'd be kind of weird,
No,
though,
you'd be surprised. In 22 years of selling reclaimed furniture at the flea market, there's been a good half a dozen times where you tried to say, this is from this, and they were skeeved out by it.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I can't think of one right now.
Because, like, you'll be like, hey, this kitchen table, your little breakfast nook? Oh, it's so lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's from driftwood. Oh, that's amazing.
Well, was it driftwood?
That would be cool. But what if they're like, no, it's from the coffin. It's from a cemetery.
No, here's one. Yeah. This is a true story.
Yeah.
When you deal with reclaimed furniture, you deal with hornets' nests, you deal with bubble gum that's stuck under. I had the whole slew of wood from bleachers from a high school. And it was the greatest, longest, flattest wood. Yeah. But it had initials scratched in it. I would leave that in. Jody loves Chachi.
Yeah.
But underneath was bubble gum under all of it. So you have to, there's a lot of gross things.
Yeah.
And I had a whole line of wood that when I sanded it, it was dried chicken feces. It was a chicken coop.
Oh.
Yeah. So those are the type of things you're trying to tell somebody, and then they think, oh, no, here's another thing. I had a whole slew of furniture, big flat planks that were really nice and reclaimed.
Yeah.
They were from the floor of a train station in San Luis Obispo. And when I told people that this was the floor, literally they got skeeved out.
Yeah.
I don't want them. This is a floor, my food, my children.
Yeah.
I literally had to change the story to these are the walls of a train station. That's one of them. Yeah, this is the floor, and they got skeeved out.
What's something that people that they actually like? They go the other way to it.
They like when it's attached to a big star. I'm the only guy on earth that reclaims wood from famous people's homes because I live in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So when you tell them this was Axl Rose's shed in Malibu, they can't buy it quick enough.
Yeah.
This was my friend bought Leonard Nimoy's house and knocked it down. So I had wood from Leonard Nimoy's house for years.
The guy from Star Trek.
And then I had wood
Spock.
from Marlon Brando's car shed or carport.
Yeah.
So people like a big name attached to it.
How about do you have any wood from P. Diddy's bathroom floor?
That's funny.
Yeah. This is from what's his name? Epstein. What's that guy's name?
Oh,
I don't even remember his
Jeffrey
name.
Epstein?
Jeffrey Epstein. I almost said one Epstein.
Oy.
This is from Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Well, see, that shelf unit is for sale.
Yeah.
I made that for a guy named Dr. Sandler.
Yeah.
$900, delivered it. An hour later, he said, John, come pick this up. We hate it. It looks like amateur hour. And he actually said this, the only thing we like are the knobs, and we gave you those. Oh. And when I picked it up, he took the knobs off.
Oh, wow.
It had the knobs off.
Wow.
And he didn't even I gave him $900 back.
Yeah.
He didn't even say, here's $100 for your hassles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His wife probably.
She hated it.
Because I'm looking at this thing. This is like it has cubby holes.
Dude,
it's really cool.
Watch this. When you open those doors on the bottom,
Yeah.
there's a soft close.
Dude.
Yeah, it's
there's
a
like
great piece.
7 cubby holes on top. There's a shelf on top. There's 5 below.
It looks like
There's
something you'd see at a
okay.
bowling alley where
This
you
looks
put
so
all your
cool.
equipment. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
But
what
what
it
I'm
looks
getting
like.
at is,
Yeah.
and dude, this was a return.
The table?
The table we're at, it was the wrong color. I made it the color they like, and they didn't like it. So I said, just let me make it. And she gave me a $200 tip. I made her a new table, took this back, and she gave me $200.
Man, whatever that one is that everybody wanted, try to duplicate that.
I know.
You know?
Dude, 24 inquiries in 24
What if you
hours.
made something simple, like a drawer, and all of a sudden they're like, I love it. It has a drawer on it, like a hidden compartment or something.
I could do it. You mean on this or on a piece of furniture?
Anything like in the
Drawers are a hassle because you have to make the receptacle.
Yeah.
You have to make the drawer itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless someone's asking for it.
We should ask AI, like, what's something I could make?
I wish I could find. I'm still looking. I ask right now.
Okay, let's do it right now.
What
on
can
this
John DiResta make that's simple in a workshop that people will buy? And I'll make 50 of them a day. I'm still looking.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up. Okay.
Coasters, napkin holders.
Okay, here we go. Is this the question? I am a woodworker. What is something I can make that's simple to make that people would love to buy? All right. It's thinking. As a woodworker, you're looking for simple projects that sell well too. Okay, hold on. Do we want the quick answer or do we want it to keep looking? Because it'll keep looking.
I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay, hold on. We don't have nowhere to go. Oh, no. I think when I tilted the phone, it went away. Dang it. All right.
Short answer.
Let's just go the short answer. All right, here we go. It's thinking. It says to. Wait, here we go. Oh, it's still thinking. Sorry, listeners.
It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to hit retry. All right, let's just go quick answer. Here are the truly simple, high-demand woodworking items that sell like crazy right now. And it says 2025. Like,
Okay.
to let you know they're not bullshit.
I'm ready.
All right. Here's what you need. You need basic tools. You need a table saw or a band saw.
I have all that.
Router, sand. Okay, you got all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
skip that.
Here. Modern walnut marble coasters. That's the top seller on Etsy right now.
I can make those.
Can you cut 4x4 walnut squares?
100%.
Round the corners with a router or sander? Glue a 3x5 marble tile in a shallow recess?
Oh, I'm out.
Or just inlay a thin piece. Finish with oil. Sell sets of 4 for $35 to $65. People pay a premium because they look expensive, but they only cost you $5 to $8.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Here's another one you could do. Live edge charcuterie boards.
Yeah.
Serving trays.
Girl.
Ooh, these sell for $60 to $150 all day long. Is what it says. Ooh, what's this? A floating nightstand, a wall shelf with a hidden drawer. I told you, hidden drawers. See, I'm a simple guy. I'm basic, and I like hidden drawers. It's kind of like cool, you know. It says you can make a super simple box or a hidden drawer using a $3 push to open mechanism. It looks high end and it takes 45 to 60 minutes once jigged. Sells for 120 to 220.
Nice.
Anyways, these are magnetic knife strips, plant stands. Whatever. Personalized family name signs.
No, I'm gonna make some coasters. Put them up.
I see those at the county fairs.
Yeah.
Family name signs like the Carters or the Garcias or a hexagon wall shelf. Anyways, you get the idea.
Yes. Thank
Hey,
you.
I always thought you could do cornhole. Like
I tried to make them at least at the swap meet. Nobody was interested, but I can make them.
I would say do like 3. Here's what I would do. Do 3. Do a cornhole and just go with the most basic, like most popular, like a cornhole.
LA.
Cornhole, that like Metallica cornhole board.
Yeah.
Oakland Raiders or
Yeah.
whatever they are, and Vegas
Dodgers to LA.
Yes, just
Yeah.
the ones you know are going to sell.
Ozzy.
Yeah. Yes. Ozzy.
Yeah.
Epstein Island, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you go.
Whatever's in the news, whatever people are talking about.
Make America great again.
Yeah, and then you got one that's on the opposite side. That way, everyone's buying one.
Kamala Harris cornhole.
Exactly. Joe Biden
To be
cornhole.
burdened by what's burdened to unburden you.
Yeah, then you got the Joe Biden cornhole, the Trump cornhole, the Gavin Newsom cornhole. I don't know if political people are into like playing cornhole though.
I don't know, dude.
Anyways, but keep it with music and sports.
Yeah.
You know?
Politics is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like,
crazy. People are so divided. It's too scary.
It is scary. I remember back in the day, what's his name? Rich Little would be like, well, I'm Ronald Reagan. He would imitate people and it was all funny. And now it's like, gosh, man, like, just keep it simple. But that's what I'm saying. Do like superhero corn, or not superhero cornhole, but I think bands would be good. Or sports teams. I mean, that's the most basic.
The most basic is the NY from the Yankees and the LA from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
People like that.
Yeah, you're going to be a millionaire after this.
All right.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the podcast, and we appreciate your support. And click that Buy Me a Coffee link and subscribe to the podcast. If you haven't hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, Darren Carter, party starter, John DiResta.
Thank you.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to The Pocket Party.